Hello everyone, welcome to the U.S. Immigration Hub. For many applicants watching the naturalization path, the step toward U.S. citizenship feels like it should be a clear line. You meet the eligibility, you submit your application, you pass your interview, and you're sworn in. But right now in 2025, things are shifting. The line is still there, but the shape of it is changing. And what used to qualify as good enough may no longer cut it. In this video, we'll take a close look at major upcoming changes to how U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services (USCIS) intends to evaluate naturalization applications, specifically how officers may gain new tools to deny citizenship based on character, and what that could mean for your application now and in the future. If you are liking this video, please hit the bell button, subscribe and like it so that you may get updates straight to your smartphone. Now, let's get into the video. At the heart of the naturalization process is the requirement to show you have been and continue to be a person of good moral character for the statutory period, typically 5 years or 3 years if you qualify through marriage. That standard has always existed. But on August 15, 2025, USCIS released a policy memorandum that redefines how officers must assess good moral character. So, what's changed? Previously, showing no major crimes, having legal status, paying taxes, and being present in the United States might have been enough. But now, USCIS is asking for more. They want to see positive attributes, community involvement, stable employment, financial responsibility, and family engagement. And they're also expanding what counts as bad character even when no crime was committed. Let's walk through how this plays out in real-life terms and what you, as someone considering U.S. citizenship, really need to know. First, officers will have greater discretion to deny applications even when the obvious statutory bars aren't present. The memo says USCIS officers should take a totality of the circumstances approach, rather than just checking boxes. This means even things like repeated traffic infractions, poor tax compliance, or weak employment history could be weighed as part of your character assessment. Second, what once might have been minor issues are now under new light. For example, we've heard from immigration attorneys that multiple DUIs or uncontrolled financial issues could now be treated as conditional bars. While not automatically disqualifying under statute, the practical effect is increased risk, especially ahead of the changes. Third, the naturalization test itself may be on the axis of change. The current administrator of USCIS has indicated a desire for tougher civics and English tests and, deeper evaluation of who qualifies for U.S. citizenship. While no official change has been fully implemented yet, these signals matter because they hint that an application filed today may undergo less scrutiny than one filed later under stricter conditions. Here are the key shifts you need to internalize. The requirement period remains 5 years or 3 years through marriage, but the evaluation standard for good character is now more demanding. USCIS now explicitly considers both positive attributes, community service, family caregiving, employment, and negative behavior, even lawful behavior, but inconsistent with civic responsibility. The memo says that even technically lawful behavior, if it suggests a lifestyle inconsistent with the average citizen in the community, may count against you. Examples given include reckless or habitual traffic infractions. While these changes are officially just guidance and haven't yet brought on new regulations in most cases, attorneys are already warning that the practical effects are being felt. Officers are starting to ask more questions, request more documentation, and really put extra emphasis on hearing your full story. So, what's the practical takeaway for you if you're eligible or maybe even just about eligible for naturalization? Well, if you qualify today, you might want to consider applying now instead of waiting. Because if the policy becomes more strict and test changes are rolled out, your window for a less strict review could close. Before you apply, it's important to make sure your record is clean, not just when it comes to major crimes, but also things like financial obligations, tax filings, traffic records, community involvement, and employment. The stronger your story of positive contribution, the better your chances. So, it's really important to document everything: your volunteer work, leadership roles, steady work history, caregiving, and, well, anything that shows your contributions. When the focus expands to your contribution, having solid evidence becomes absolutely key. If you have any past minor issues, like traffic tickets, older DUIs, tax liens, or even extended travel abroad, it's a good idea to consult with an immigration attorney about whether your case might be at risk and how best to present it. You should know that the naturalization test may be getting tougher. While, nothing final is public just yet, there are signals suggesting longer question sets, possibly computer-based testing, and maybe even a new essay component. If those changes do happen, preparing early is really going to give you an advantage. It's also worth understanding the broader context here. This shift really reflects larger policy priorities under the Donald Trump-era leadership and a renewed emphasis on immigration system integrity. The Trump administration's footprint in immigration is shaping how USCIS operates, and, honestly, naturalization is now squarely part of that. In short, U.S. citizenship remains a major milestone, but the process is becoming more demanding. The path is still accessible, but the criteria are evolving and the stakes are higher. Your application isn't just evaluated on whether you meet the checkboxes anymore. It's increasingly who you are in your community, what you have done for your country, and how responsible you are as a resident and potential citizen. If you're ready to apply, good, move ahead, but do so with full awareness and full preparation. If you're not yet ready, consider using this period to strengthen your case, volunteer, stabilize your employment, clear any outstanding tax or legal issues, and build a story of positive involvement. Applying today could give you a strategic advantage before stricter rules become standard. If you are uncertain about your eligibility or want someone experienced to review your situation, consider consulting a trusted immigration attorney. Applying today could give you a strategic advantage before stricter rules become standard. If you are uncertain about your eligibility or want someone experienced to review your situation, consider consulting a trusted immigration attorney. That's all we have for this bulletin. The U.S. Immigration News Channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas such as B1 and B2, work visas such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student visas, green cards, immigrant visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5, and family immigrant visas.